there, this is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today for another MLB 18 The Show episode of Risers and Fallers. We're getting our first big roster update this coming Friday, so if you're new to the series, every Wednesday we drop our prediction videos. We take guesses on what cards we think might get an upgrade based on their real-life performances. Guys, very helpful last week. Do it again. Leave it down below in the comments section. Let me know some players to look at. I got some suggestions from you guys from last week that are in today's video, but hit me up. Let me know some other players that could get upgrades from maybe your favorite team or guys that you've been paying attention to. So we're going to start off with some younger players. First, we're going to Oakland. Matt Chapman, a young player here, third baseman from the A's. Very good batting average to start the season out. 313, 413 on base percentage, 1.023 OPS. He's got 5 home runs, 12 runs batted in. Some splits are very interesting. He bats 375 right now against lefties. In game, his contact is only a 48 against lefties, so maybe that should be adjusted. And then he's totally opposite when it comes to power. Against right-handed batters, 5 home runs. Again, he has 5 total, and 11 of his 12 runs batted in are all against right-handed pitching. His power is 61 in game, so maybe that needs to be bumped up a little. But he's hitting great against both types of pitching, one for power, one for average, and I think this guy could possibly be a silver card. A lot of potential. Another young player that I saw hit a home run against my Rockies, and another guy that you guys pointed out to me in last week's video was Ozzy Elvis from the Atlanta Braves. Very similar to Chapman's numbers, 310 batting average, 338 on base percentage, 1.000 OPS. He also has 5 home runs on the season, 1 less run batted in with 11. His splits are also interesting. He's crushing left-handed pitching. In game, he only has 59 contact against lefties. He has a 588 average against left-handed pitching, so I think that probably could be adjusted, and that might tune his overall. But on the flip side, not very good against righties, only batting 222 against them, so maybe they need to balance that out a little bit. In game, his contact against left and right is the same. Maybe they need to switch that around. DJ LeMahieu, known for a great batting average. He's hitting 297. That was before today's game, in which he did have, I think, at least 1 base hit. He's got 22 hits on the season before today's game, but what he's doing that he normally doesn't, and this could just be an early season fluke, who knows? I mean, he's not going to hit 30 bombs, but he does have 5 home runs on the season. His power against lefties is only a 45. 4 of those 5 home runs that he's hit early this season are against left-handed pitching, so maybe they bump that up. That could get him closer to gold. We're going to talk about some pitching. We'll stay with my Colorado Rockies. Adam Ottavino, a guy that I meant to mention last week, and he's just continued to be really good. If you look at his card, you can see it kind of creeping up in price. I think people are catching on. 22 strikeouts and only 10.2 innings pitched, 0.84 ERA. His whip is a 0.28. and his batting average against is a 0.65. He just has a filthy slider. Came off Tommy John last year, really struggled with location, but showed a lot of signs before the surgery that he could be a really good closer, and he's picking it up now. He's pitching very well. Johnny Cueto, one of the old veterans, 0.45 ERA for the San Francisco Giants, pitched a great game last night, 0.65 whip. He's got 16 strikeouts and 20 innings. His batting average against right now is .162. He's a 78 overall card. Now, we know he has the history of being a good pitcher, and if they take that into consideration with his hot start, that could be enough to bump him up to an 80 overall, which is gold. He's under 1,000 stubs right now. If he goes gold, I imagine he'd go over 1,000, so it might be a good card to invest in. And then another pitcher who's silver right now at 78 overall is Gerrit Cole. This card's a little bit more expensive, I think. Again, people are catching on to this one. 1-0. 1.29 ERA, but he does have 36 strikeouts on the season. That's number 3 in all of baseball. His batting average against is .141, so that's very good. His whip is a 0.67. And again, he's a 78 overall gold right now. Or, I'm sorry, 78 overall silver. I think he's going to go up to gold if he keeps this up, but he's selling for 1.8, so that might be tough. So let's talk about some other cards really quick. Mookie Betts, great game last night. 3 home runs, 389 batting average, 5 home runs on the season, 13 runs batted in. Didi Gregorius, 333 average, 5 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Charlie Blackmon, 309 average, 7 home runs. Dansby Swanson, a guy that we mentioned last week, he's still hitting well, 344 batting average with 7 doubles. Gregory Polanco, a guy from the Pirates, who Pirates have a lot of good hitters. Check them out. His power should go up. 5 home runs early in the season. Patrick Corbin, another guy who pitched great last night. 3-0, 1.65 ERA. 1.51 batting average against. Rick Porcello, 1.83 ERA, good batting average against, good whip. Wade Davis leads the baseball in saves with 8 of them, 10 strikeouts, 0.111 batting average against, and then Edwin Diaz, 16 strikeouts and only 8 innings pitched, a 0.38 whip. He's closing it down for the Mariners.